All right, today I'm gonna be talking about relay lines, hitting the cutoff man. I got my baseball diamond here. I got all the positions. I'm going to add a runner here. I'm gonna label him one, runner number one, and I'm gonna get a runner here, runner number two. Um, what I want to talk about is basically how to get the cutoff man and how to keep our lines straight from point A to point B. So we have a starting point, we throw the ball, and we throw it to our destination. The relay man should find this line. Let's say the relay man is here. Relay man should find where this line is, stay in the line so that he's in the path of the relay line. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a relay line. The last thing I want to do is for my cutoff man to be in a crooked line, and then the ball have to travel this distance and then this distance. Number one, it's longer, takes longer to get here. And number two, it's dangerous. So let me write that down. There's danger because if the person throwing the ball misses the relay, completely misses the relay, throws it high, throws it under, to the side, whatever, the ball goes into no man's land. That is not a good place to be. We want the ball to land here. So if the relay man is in this position and the ball is thrown and the relay man misses the ball, guess what? The ball still goes to our target. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about relay lines. I'm gonna talk about 5 situations. What do we do when there's a base hit to left field? What do we do when there's a base hit to center field and right field? And in all scenarios, it's when there's a runner on second, as is the case here where we got this runner on second and there's a runner on first. The other thing is what to do on a fly ball to center, what to do on a fly ball to left, fly ball to right field. I want to focus on these two. I have over here a bunch of magnets. I'm just going to use them to represent the movement of that position. That way I don't have to chalk up the board. I don't have to mark it all up. And then it gets a little bit ugly, it gets a little bit dirty and hard to follow. So first things first, batter comes up, gets a base hit in this direction. Runner's aggressive, maybe he's running with 2 outs. I'm telling my runners to turn third aggressively. Let's say there's a play. This guy is gonna circle the base. Who knows if he's gonna go, but he's gonna circle the base aggressively. Maybe he goes, maybe he doesn't, depending on how far back the left fielder is, depending on if he bobbles or not. But the ball's going to left field. Now, what are we doing over here? There's a lot of movement that has to occur. Okay, my pitcher, I need him to sprint, get in line, get in the find the relay line. There should be a relay line that goes straight from the X, following on a straight path here, catcher through the catcher. Pitcher should be somewhere back here. This is not in a straight line. This is not in a straight line. This is maybe not perfect, but it's somewhere in the vicinity of the relay line to home plate, not the catcher, the home plate, because remember the catcher is going to move in this position. So he's going to be waiting for the ball somewhere here. I'll put it here because he's waiting for the ball there to make the catch and make the tag. So the pitcher should be behind him in case it one hops him, gets under his legs, or goes over him. Pitcher's there to stop the ball. Now, so that's step number 1. Number 2, shortstop becomes the first relay. Third baseman has to drop down to be the cutoff man. But you notice here that the positioning is in a straight line. Ball gets hit to the left fielder. Straight line here to my shortstop. Straight line here to my third baseman. There's my target. I will probably move him slightly left. It's the catcher's job to make the adjustment. If it's not a straight line, as you can tell, the shortstop's a little offline, so he needs to position himself. Now, if you move back, you can see that from this point, this is the pitcher, through the catcher, through the third baseman, through the shortstop, through the left fielder, more or less is a straight line. Now that is as perfect as I can get it. But in the game, remember, we don't have a ruler, measuring tape, or anything like that, so we're gonna have to be eyeballing it. That's a pretty good straight line right there. Now, what does this guy do? This guy should cover somebody. My first baseman should be on first because the hitter just hit it. He should be ready. Maybe we can get a backdoor pick in case I cut the ball off. I see the runner circle too much. The guy who cuts off the ball right here, the second cutoff, he could shoot here, shoot him down. If that's the case, you know, right fielder should read it. If he thinks there might be a play here, maybe he should start cheating here in case there might be a play. Maybe the first cutoff gets the ball. He gets the ball, shortstop gets it, he could turn and look. This runner circled the base too far. Second baseman covers. Now this guy could be ready to shoot. Now there should be a straight line. So this right fielder should be in the line with the shortstop here. Now, who knows? Maybe the ball was thrown to the second cutoff and this guy opened up. Maybe he anticipated early. Boom. Ready to back up the first baseman. Either or, this guy needs to be ready to move. More than likely, I'd like him around this area. Same thing with this guy. Needs to be somewhere in this area to help out. The important thing is that everybody does something. Now, what happens when the left fielder throws the ball? Throws it over the head of the shortstop, because normally I tell my outfielders to throw past the first cutoff, hit the second cutoff. If it's close enough, we throw it here. We normally only throw it to this guy if the ball gets by the left fielder and he has to go chase it, picks it up, throws it to this guy. But typically, I want him to throw it to the second cutoff. Throws it to the second cutoff. What does the shortstop do? Does he stay there? No, he's doing something. Boom, he races here. Just in case this runner gives us a sharp, strong turn at third, applies the brakes, we get the ball. We're still in a straight line, but he cuts off the ball. Boom, throws the ball here to the shortstop. We make it out. But only after the ball has passed the first cutoff do we break this line. He's here, he's got his arms up. He's here, he's got his arms up. He's here. Pitcher standing around waiting for a mistake. Possibly a mistake could occur. And if that mistake occurs, you know, pitcher needs to scramble, pick it up, make a play. All right. That's the first play, which is base hit to left field. A lot of things could happen. A lot of things can occur. It's the game of baseball. A lot of things. It's not an easy game. But if you play it right, sometimes good things will happen. Sometimes you'll make things happen. So let's move the pieces back, because next is the next position, which is base hit to center field and base hit to right field. Base hit to center field. This guy over here, let's say the ball gets hit here. Center fielder moves to be right to field the ball. Well, want to fielding the ball in front. Same situation. We have the runner on second, got the runner on first. The cutoff man is going to be here. First thing, remember, pitcher always has to be here. Now, he no longer is in this position because where is the ball? The ball's over here. So we want him behind the catcher in a straight line behind home plate, which is where, if you see, should be pretty much a straight line. Now, the cutoff for the center fielder is going to be the first baseman. He needs to sprint to be in this area, be in that straight line. Now, that looks pretty straight if you ask me. Starting here, go straight down, straight line. He's ready to cut it off. He's the cutoff man. Depending on where the ball goes, if the ball goes here, second baseman will go get the cutoff. Will be the first cutoff. Shortstop will cover second. All right. If the ball goes on this side of the field, let's write it out, let's chalk it up. Okay, if the ball goes on this side of the field, it's the other way around. The shortstop will be the cutoff. The second baseman will go here. Now, like I said, everybody should be doing something. The ball goes here. I want to see my left fielder hustling to back it up over here. I want to see my third baseman covering something. Obviously, I already stated my first baseman is actually here on the pitcher's mound. Remember, he started here. He moved over here to be the cutoff. My pitcher is down here. My catcher is in position. Since the ball is on the other side, the right fielder may want to start running in just in case it's a throw to one of the bags. And he can be one of the backups. He can be participating in the play. Right there, he's kind of in no man's land, but we don't know where the ball's going to play, but he should be ready in anticipation. So the ball went to the left fielder, right around left center. We had our first cutoff. Now, notice this. He's here. There's nobody there. Where does this guy need to be? He needs to be somewhat in a straight line. The catcher will try to make the adjustment, tell him to be straightened out. It looks a little crooked. I think it's because this guy is a little off. We'll move him back there. And let's see. So we're here, 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 here. Now the only reason I have the left fielder up over here on an angle is because he's hustling to get there. It's not always the case where the left fielder is that fast to be in a perfect line, but he needs to be going in that direction in case the ball goes under the leg of the center fielder. So technically we would want him here in a straight line, but realistically he's not going to get there because nobody's that fast. Well, who knows, unless the ball's hit really slow, but he should be hustling to be in that position. At least if the ball gets through, it's going to go right to him. And that's what a straight line should look like on a ball hit to center field. Let's move on. And let's put the left fielder back. Let's put the center fielder back. Shortstop in his position. Second baseman here. Right fielder back. Let's put the first baseman here. And let's move the pitcher back. Third baseman, let's move you out. All right, there we are. Let's reset. So we just did base hit to center field. Let's do base hit to right field. Same thing. We have a base hit to right field right here. What are we going to do with the first baseman? Take a guess. You got it right. Drop down around this area. Let's try and make it a straight line. Oh, pitcher forgot to cover. You know, sometimes it happens. It shouldn't happen at the higher levels. But the first baseman at the lower levels sees the first baseman there. Back up four, back up four, back up four. Oh, I forgot to cover. He should be back here now. He should be making this, finding the straight line. And as you can tell, that looks very crooked. So the ball's gonna go here and then here. That's crooked. So the catcher will tell my first baseman, right, 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 right. So he can be in a straight line. Well, there you go. Now you're on the ball. That kind of looks straight. Yeah, that's pretty close. So we're going here, starting point, finishing point. Pitcher is a little off right there. I think that's pretty straight. There's a relay line. Again, everybody's doing something. Ball goes here. Second baseman is the first relay. Here. Shortstop should cover second. Third baseman should cover third. This guy should run in case there's a play at third. Center fielder, since the ball's here, center fielder needs to go and become the backup. Remember, I'm gonna put him here because he's running to back him up. So everybody's doing something. They're covering a position, they're covering a base, or they're running to go and cover somebody. That's my straight line right there. Looks pretty good. Kind of getting the idea now. Hopefully it sinks in. I'm hoping that my players get this down. This is part of the education of the sport of baseball that I love. Many people don't teach this. This is all part of the game. Okay, so now we have a missing piece. Oh, okay. Here you are, shortstop. And here's my pitcher. All right. So real quick on a fly ball. Fly ball to left field, fly ball to right field. Very similar situations. So we're gonna go with the same thing. I'm gonna chalk this up a little bit. I'm gonna give this scenario one more scenario before we check out today. So we're gonna say fly ball to the center fielder. Again, fly ball to the center fielder. Left fielder should be tracking. If it's direct center, then right fielder should be going too. This runner's going to be ready to tag. You never know. He might tag. He might be here. Either way, the play's at third. I want to see my pitcher hustling to be in a straight line here. The shortstop, he's pretty much in a straight line already. He's the first cutoff. Second baseman has to not stand around. He's going to be standing on the bag. First baseman, too. You never know. This guy might be asleep. Everybody is somewhere now or going somewhere. These two guys are going somewhere.